About those two teams a bit later, but let's look back to last weekend. Hawaii swept the pair from USC. Night one, Hawaii serving for the match in set number 3. The Trojans hung on, won that one, pushed it to a 5th. Hawaii won that one. And in night number 2, Amber Aijiri got her 1,000th career kill as Hawaii completed the weekend sweep. And here's more on last week.
Yeah, I think our first game we started out super strong, and then we obviously kind of hit a little lull like mid-match, but I think it showed our grit and determination in that game that we wanted to come back and win that, and then just prepared for the next game and knew what we needed to fix, and came out and I think we did a better job of executing our game plan.
Looking back on the first match, for them to come back and still win that, I'm very proud of them. Can't knock them for that. I'm a big believer if you want to play big ball, but all the big teams, you gotta hit the ball. You just gotta take swings. It don't matter. You get blocked or whatever, but we gotta take swings instead of tipping every ball. I get it. There's a time to tip and roll shot, but we did a lot of that in the first series, and just telling them just go up and wait for out of system balls and just take swings.
USC historically we've gone 1-1 with them, so getting that 2-0 dub on them was huge. We were all super happy about that. But I think honestly as a team collectively, we did our jobs and we executed the game plan to the best of our ability, and I think our serving was amazing.
We gotta serve tough. All these teams that are coming in their conference, they got that low flat serves, pushing the passers back. So we got to get something going. I thought they did really well, and the next night serving coming back.
Well, Dave, as we've talked about for years, it's all about the serve and passing. Hawaii had 24 service aces in the 2-match sweep of USC. How good is Hawaii's service game?
I don't know if Hawaii's service game was really good or SC's passing was bad because they had a bunch of libero or defensive specialists in there, and they didn't seem to mesh, and so we had a lot of Hawaii had a lot of aces, and that was turned out to be probably the winning formula.
How about for you, James? What did you see last week?
Hawaii was just very clean. They play like they've played together for years, although they have a couple of new faces on the court this season. But they've just played and executed everything at a very high level. Their defense as well. At the end of the day, you dig a lot of balls, and they took care of the transition swings. I would like to see a little bit more swings from Hawaii moving forward, but they play very clean volleyball.
What are some things you want to see cleaned up here in week 3?
Well, I think Robin might go to somebody else in the pinch. I think she's talking about maybe Paula Gershing on the right a little bit, or maybe Tali Hakas over on the left. I think she's really good over there, and she's real comfortable, and so you might see a little tweak in the lineup here and there, and maybe switch block a little bit, but you don't mess with a winning lineup.
Yeah, and we talked to Robin, I think it was yesterday, and she was talking about that. A lot of times there are probably situations where fans would like to see her make some changes, but she goes, if things aren't broken, why try to fix them? And that's a good philosophy to have, James.
It really is, and I think it just helps keep the flow of the teamness keep going rather than switching. You find a way to build chemistry with those people on the court in those positions, and the more you allow them to gain experience in games, unlike practice, it just helps you moving forward.
All righty, this should be a fun one. It's Hawaii Liberty, and of course, the guys that will be calling the action are courtside. It's a very happy Detroit Lion fan, Kanole. The only Detroit Lion fan I know in Hawaii, Kanole, and of course, C-Mac, guys.
That's right. Hashtag Honolulu Blue, my friends. Yes, just proof that miracles do in fact happen. The Detroit Lions winning in this NFL season opener in Kansas City. But I digress. I will have this smile on my face probably the entire evening. But that said, it's interesting that Scott tossed it over to us, C-Mac, using the word fun. Because when you watch this Rainbow Wahine squad, there are a couple of players that undeniably have a good time out there. Their energy level is on another level. You talk about Amber Aijiri and Tali Hakas. There was a great write-up in the Honolulu Star Advertiser by our buddy Billy Hull about Tali and that energy. And it's funny how those two almost compete a little bit in terms of their celebrations and just the boisterous nature of their play.
Yeah, at one point last weekend, the two of them celebrated together. Tali came running over in a full sprint and jumped into Aijiri's arms. And really, really fun to see the two of them give that kind of energy on the court.
What do you think that does for the rest of the players that are out there?
I think it's infectious. I think the rest of the players feel like, whoa, if they're going to be celebrating that much, we got to get on board too. So I think it really is good for everybody. I think everybody becomes more engaged in the play when they become more celebratory.
Now on the other side, you have a Liberty team entered the week one of 33 squads that are unbeaten here. They are 6-0. Now they haven't necessarily played the murderer's row of opponents, but they've won some tough matches, including a 5-setter with High Point, and they come in with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they really do. They're 17th in the country in blocks per set, almost 3 blocks per set. That's a high number. So I think something that Hawaii has got to, I think, be concerned about tonight. They also have 2 great players that came over from Lipscomb, transferred over in the last 2 years, and both of them are really good players. One of them is Dilfer, the setter, daughter of Trent Dilfer.
That's right. Former NFL quarterback. 14
years, and she brought with her Cameron Backus, the outstanding outside hitter who's been, won all kinds of awards and Player of the Week and preseason all conference and all that. And I think the 2 of them have really formed a nucleus that has made everybody around them better.
Yeah, Backus will definitely get looked at early and often, averaging over 4.5 kills per set this young season. Their head coach, Trevor Johnson, he absolutely does not mix his words when he talks about the respect he has for this place. He calls Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, and I guess Honolulu, if you want to expand that out, as the mecca of college volleyball.
Exactly, and he wanted his girls to experience this in the worst way. He got to play here when he played for Cal Baptist back in 2005, and I think he picked up a win against Pedro Zena's team. Is that correct?
That's right.
And he still talks about it.
And another individual who was on the Hawaii team happens to be in this tournament, head coaching his UCLA Bruins. They got a win earlier this evening, Alfie Reft. So, connections all over the place here for this Outrigger Volleyball Challenge. Should be a good one. Should be a competitive one. Little late start because of the 5-setter to get this tournament going. We will see you at first serve. Listen it back over to the corner crew.
All right, thanks a lot, gentlemen. Let's take a look at the latest AVCA Top 25 Coaches Poll. Wisconsin, who earlier tonight played Arizona and won. They are the #1 team in the country. Stanford checks in at number 5. There you see Oregon at number 6. It's the same names that you see pretty much year in and year out. 11 through 20. Some familiar names as well. You see Penn State, Baylor is doing pretty well. Ohio State, Creighton, Arkansas, and of course, Hawaii checking in at number 23. First time Hawaii's been ranked since the conclusion of the 2019 season, and we got the reaction of the ladies.
Breaking the top 25 is just like a testament to how hard we've been working, especially like the girls who are playing right now. I mean, I've been watching every single practice, and I'm just seeing every day, like every rep is intentional, trying to get 1% better every day.
I know that we talk about like rankings don't really matter to us, and so just kind of, but it is nice to know that our hard work is being not really acknowledged, but like the way that we're playing is being from our hard work, I guess you could say. But yeah, so it's cool.
We know that it's something that we gain, it's our work, but at the same time we don't want to concentrate on that, so we don't get distracted by numbers, and we keep doing our job. We keep coming here, we do our best, and we just play.
Regardless of recognition, I think we see ourselves in that top 25 no matter what a poll says, and we're just going to keep doing the same thing that we've been doing, with effort, with grit, with constantly just putting ourselves in the best position we can to win matches and go from there.
All right, time now to weigh in. It is brought to you by Heineken, and you look at UH overall and the top 25. I mean, probably only a handful of times in your 42 years Hawaii wasn't ranked, but it's kind of a misnomer, right? Because in 2020, the Big West didn't even have a season. They lost Hannah Helvig, remember? If she had stayed here. So it has been a while, but Hawaii was heading in the right track, and then COVID kind of upended the apple cart.
I think Hawaii's back, and we need to be back. We need to have a national presence. We need to have people thinking about Hawaii, especially those that seed the tournament. We'd love to get Hawaii would love to get a top 16 seed and maybe host. That would be huge. The other thing about it is Hawaii doesn't want to play a big seeded team in the first round, and these 2 wins last week against SC go a long way.
Let me ask you this, because you coached for so long. Getting back in the top 25, how do you think that will help recruiting? You gonna open more doors?
It will open more doors because kids out there want to go to a good program and they want to go to a top 25, top 20 program. So if Hawaii's in that mix, they're going to be in for more top recruits.
James, from your point of view, what do you think it means for the Wahine to be back in the top 25?
I think it just adds a little bit of extra motivation that all the hard work is really paying off. You go into the practice gym, I would say, with maybe a little bit more of a mindset of like, okay, now we have to stick in the top 25. We cracked one goal that they needed, and now how do you maintain that? Also, just not being satisfied with where you are and just pushing up that top 25 ladder, I think it's going to motivate the girls to just continue to just work harder and harder and harder every single practice.
And I think what you said, Coach, is true. The top 16 seed is doable, I think, this year, don't you?
Hawaii's going to have to play really good. A win against UCLA would go a long way. A win tonight and again against Pepperdine would go a long way to maintaining this high ranking.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see what happens here. Not just tonight, but tomorrow night and Sunday as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to hear from one of the new Rainbow Wahine. There she is.
This weekend's going to...
Hey.
My dream is to go pro, and I know the staff here with Coach Rob, Coach Nick, and Coach Galeo. They're gonna make me the player I want to be, and I trust them. I trust the system here, the program. Being in the military, it gives perspective of life. You know that there are some other things way worse. You know, and it changes a little bit the way you look at life. And I think that being able to practice volleyball and doing the stuff that I love, it's just that you enjoy what you can do, and you see that people cannot do that. So I'm very grateful that I can do what I love.
Well, the words of the 21-year-old freshman Tali Hakas out of Israel, 5'10", and she started all 5 matches so far. 1.71 kills percent, 0.60 hitting percent, or 6'8". That's one thing that she definitely is going to have to get a little higher. And here's more on the talented Tali.
I think you know I'm a little bit crazy in the court. I live the game, I think. I enjoy being in the court. I like when my teammates succeed too. So I think I'm in the moment. I live the game.
I love her energy. She stepped in the gym. I mean, she just was like gung-ho from the beginning. She is definitely an all-around player. I mean, for an outside hitter, she can hit both left and right. She can pass balls. She definitely can play defense. She serves. She blocks. So it's like a freshman with everything that she brings everything. It's hard not to have her on the court.
One thing I know I can get better is my attack. No, it's something I work with Kate. I know it's something it's gonna take a little bit more time, but at the end of the day, it's gonna work. I just enjoy the game. It's my way. I enjoy the points. I enjoy playing with people around me. And when I hear that all the crowd is just shouting on the game, it makes me even more excited. So just everything together makes me happy.
Well, let's talk a little bit about this freshman, Tali Hakas, who's done a pretty nice job. The hitting percentage a bit low, obviously. Play maybe out of position, Dave, on the right side, maybe a better left side hitter, you think?
I think she's more comfortable on the left, but she has to play that right side position, and I think she's done a really good job. What I really love about her is her spirit.
Yeah.
She's got some energy, and last week when she got that block against USC, she went on her knees and fell down. Robin thought she got hurt, it was funny. But she brings that special spirit to the team.
Does her style or her way of her energy remind you of any of your former players? Not to put you on the spot, Dave.
Mahina Eleneki
Okay,
back then?
yeah, let's go back 35 years. What do you think, man? What have you seen from Hakas? What do you like?
I think Tali's doing a great job still finding that comfortability hitting on the right. And like you said, they're going to keep her in the opposite position, her hitting percentage will have to come up. But the second night against USC, I think we saw the first time where she was totally comfortable hitting on that right side. She hit for 368 in the second night against USC, and she's just becoming a little bit more comfortable. They're finding that connection with Kate. But again, her energy is what really stands out to me, and her defense. Tali's defense incredible, and she's all over the court, picking up tips, picking up roll shots, and the hard-driven balls from whether it comes down the line from an outside hitter or out of the middle. She's doing a phenomenal job of keeping that ball up.
Well, Hakas and her teammates getting ready for a big one here tonight against the Lady Flames of Liberty. We'll break it down when we come back. And welcome back to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. A handful of minutes away from the first serve. Hawaii taking on Liberty. Let's take a look at the University of Hawaii stat leaders, James.
For the Rainbow Wahine, we have Amber Igidi leading the pack with 3.33 kills per set, and she is dominating blocking this season with 1.24 blocks per set. Then we have Kaylin Alexander, who had an incredible weekend last weekend. She's averaging 3 kills per set. And then Riley Wagner, just super steady for the Rainbow Wahine on serve receive and everything. She has 2.48 kills per set and 8 service aces on the season.
All right, let's take a look at the season stat comparisons. Liberty a perfect 6-0. Now, granted, they haven't played quite the competition of Hawaii, but the teams they've played, they have beaten, and they've got some pretty impressive numbers out hitting Hawaii percentage-wise. Their blocking numbers are better. Hawaii with the advantage in digs. And you look at the service and service errors, very, very similar between these two teams. So let's look at the Ladies Flames leaders. You see Backus right there, 4.57 kills per set, as well as Phillips doing well, and Madison Blaine at 2.29, hitting 506. That is just unbelievable. Now, guys, this is a team, as we begin the countdown, guys, this is a team that, to me, is a bit scary. They went to the postseason last year. Very good coaching. They may not be a name team, but they're a threat.
Well, the problem is their name is Liberty. And with UCLA and Pepperdine looming, Wahine better take care of business tonight. They better have a really good attitude about this. You can't get super fired up because you know you have to play 2 really good teams later on. But you got to have mature attitude, take care of business, be business-like, and win.
I don't think Hawaii is good enough to take anybody for granted, don't you?
I would agree, and I think Hawaii has a big mission this season, and they're coming in like they've proven into every game. They're going to fight. They're really going to fight. And I think they put respect on Liberty. It's going to be a very well matched up match, I think.
Should be a fun one. It always is here at Simplify Arena. It's Hawaii and Liberty. The three of us will be back when this one's pal. But coming up next, the anthem, Hawaii Ponui, and the first serve, Hawaii versus Liberty with Kanoa and C-Mac calling all the action.
I do it big. With the Pizza Hut Big Dinner Box, however you want a dinner, we got you covered. Big time. I do it big. The Big Dinner Box. 2 pizzas, breadsticks, and wings or pasta. Oh, hello.